Scheherazade Stories. Tonight's story is about watching and being watched. The message arrived at 2:17 a.m. I know the exact time because I was still awake, staring at the ceiling, counting reasons not to check my phone again. The vibration cut through the silence like a sharp breath. I reached for the phone reluctantly, already annoyed at myself. No notifications were supposed to come in at that hour. The screen lit up. Unknown sender. You shouldn't be reading this yet. My heart skipped. What? I whispered. I checked the time again. 2:17 a.m., Tuesday. I unlocked the phone. The message was still there. You'll want to ignore this. You won't. You never do. A chill crawled up my spine. This felt wrong in a very specific way. Not threatening, not dramatic. Personal. I typed back before I could stop myself. Who is this? The reply came instantly. Someone who already knows what you'll do tomorrow. My pulse quickened. That's not funny. 3 dots appeared, disappeared. Then the message arrived. Tomorrow at 9:42 a.m., you'll spill coffee on your shirt and pretend it doesn't bother you. I frowned. That was oddly specific. Still, coincidences exist. I set the phone face down and forced myself to sleep. At 9:41 a.m., I stood in line at the cafe near my office, coffee in hand, scrolling through emails. Someone bumped my elbow. The lid popped loose. Hot coffee soaked into my shirt. I froze. A familiar heat spread across my chest, followed by irritation I pretended not to feel. It's fine, I muttered automatically. My phone vibrated. I didn't want to look. I did anyway. See, you always pretend. My hands started to shake. This wasn't coincidence. I typed, "How did you know that?" The reply took longer this time. Because I already lived this day. My breath caught. You're lying. I'm ahead. I swallowed. Ahead how? The message came back slower, careful. 24 hours. I laughed under my breath. So you're me from the future? A pause. Then, close enough to be dangerous. The words sat heavy on the screen. I slipped my phone into my pocket and tried to focus on work, but every few minutes it vibrated again. Little things, things no one else noticed. You'll hesitate before replying to that email. You'll delete the message you type at lunch. You'll say maybe when you mean no. And every time, it was right. By evening, my nerves were shot. I sat alone in my apartment, phone in hand, staring at the chat. "Why are you doing this?" I typed. The response came immediately. "Because tomorrow at 11:06 p.m., you're going to make a choice you won't get to undo." My chest tightened. What choice? The typing dots blinked for a long time. Then, depends on whether you listen to me. A cold fear settled in my stomach. What happens if I don't? The reply was short. Then I stop warning you. My phone buzzed again. A final message for the night appeared. This is the last quiet evening you'll have. The screen went dark. I sat there, heart pounding, realizing something terrifying. The messages weren't trying to scare me. They were preparing me for a future that had already decided I wouldn't be ready. I didn't reply. That was my first act of defiance. I turned the phone face down on the table, like that alone could silence whatever was on the other side of the screen. My heart was still racing, but I forced myself to breathe slowly. This wasn't real. It couldn't be. People didn't text themselves from the future. Phones didn't predict spilled coffee and unsent messages with that kind of accuracy. I walked into the kitchen, poured myself a glass of water, and drank it too fast. The cold hit my throat, grounding me for a moment. Behind me, the phone vibrated. Once. I froze. I didn't turn around. Another vibration followed, longer this time. I squeezed my eyes shut. Ignore it, I told myself. If it's fake, it will stop. It didn't. When I finally picked up the phone, there were 3 new messages. You're trying to prove something. I get it. I tried that too. My stomach dropped. Stop texting me, I typed. This isn't funny anymore. The reply came slower than usual. I know. It stopped being funny for me about an hour from now. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. Why don't you just tell me what happens? I wrote. You keep dancing around it. A pause, long enough that I thought maybe this time it really was over. Then the phone buzzed. Because if I tell you everything, you won't believe me. And if you don't believe me, you'll do exactly what I did. I felt a tight knot form in my chest. What did you do? The typing dots blinked and vanished. Then the answer appeared. I waited. That single word felt heavier than any threat. Waited for what? I asked. For clarity, for the right moment, for someone else to decide. I sat down on the couch, suddenly exhausted. That sounds like me, I whispered. The phone buzzed again. Yes, the message said. That's the problem. I scrolled up through the chat, rereading everything. The tone, the phrasing, the way the messages sounded exactly like my internal voice when I overanalyzed something. If you're really me, I typed slowly, prove it. This time, the response took almost a full minute. When it arrived, my breath caught. Look at the note app, the 3rd note from the top, the one you never deleted. My hands started to shake. I opened the Notes app, scrolled. There it was, untitled, no date. I tapped it. The text was short, a list of things I wanted to say to people I'd never spoken to honestly, things I'd written late at night then closed without saving. My chest tightened. You wrote that, the message continued, after the night you almost sent the message, the one you're thinking about right now. My stomach dropped. I felt dizzy. What happens at 11:06? I asked. The response came immediately. You'll get a message you've been waiting for, and you'll hesitate for 7 seconds. My heart pounded. 7 seconds isn't that long. It is, the reply said, when someone else answers first. My throat went dry. Someone else? Another pause. Then, not me. I stared at the screen. Then who? The reply appeared letter by letter, slower than ever before. The version of you that doesn't ask questions anymore. A chill ran through me. You mean a future version? No, the message said. A permanent one. I shook my head. This is insane. I know, the reply came. I said that too. My phone buzzed again, but this time it wasn't a message. It was a notification. Scheduled message pending. I frowned. I'd never scheduled a message in my life. I opened it. The recipient field was blank. The text field contained a single sentence. I'm sorry. I waited too long. My breath caught. What is this? I typed. The answer came immediately. That's the message you send when you choose silence. It doesn't go to one person. It goes to your future. My chest tightened painfully. Can I stop it? The reply didn't come right away. When it finally did, it was shorter than anything he'd sent before. Yes, but you won't like how. I swallowed. Tell me. The phone buzzed. You have to answer tomorrow, immediately. No rehearsing, no waiting. I stared at the words. Answer what? I asked. The response arrived with a heaviness that made my hands tremble. The message that changes everything. My phone went dark. No typing dots, no vibration, no warning, just silence, and the horrible understanding that tomorrow wasn't dangerous because of what would happen. It was dangerous because I already knew myself well enough to hesitate. I woke up before the alarm. That alone felt wrong. My phone lay on the nightstand, screen dark, quiet, almost innocent. For a moment, I wondered if I'd imagined everything. The messages, the predictions, the warning about 11:06. Then I looked at the clock. 8:14 a.m. My stomach tightened. The day had already started. I didn't touch the phone. I forced myself through the morning routine, slowly, deliberately. Shower, coffee, getting dressed. Every movement felt like an act of resistance. No rehearsing, the message had said. No waiting. I tried not to think about what that meant. At work, everything felt louder than usual. Conversations around me blurred into noise. I answered emails quickly before I could second-guess myself. It felt reckless, uncomfortable, and strangely alive. My phone stayed silent. By noon, I started to believe maybe I'd broken the pattern. By evening, my nerves were stretched thin. I checked the time again and again. 10:42 p.m., 10:53, 11:01. Each minute felt heavier than the last. At 11:05, my phone vibrated. Once. I didn't pick it up. I stared at it like it might bite. The screen lit up. Unknown sender. No preview text, just the time. 11:06 p.m. My heart slammed into my ribs. This was it. I picked up the phone. The message opened itself. Are you still there? That was all. No threat, no explanation, just a question. My mind screamed for time, for clarity, for the perfect response. 7 seconds. I felt them ticking inside my chest. 1, 2. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. 3. Every instinct I had told me to pause, to think, to protect myself from saying the wrong thing. 4. I remembered the scheduled message. I'm sorry, I waited too long. 5. This was the moment where I usually disappeared. 6. I typed. Yes. And sent it. Immediately. No follow-up, no justification, just presence. The screen stayed still. No response. My chest tightened. Had I done it wrong? Then the typing dots appeared. Slow. Steady. A reply came through. You answered differently. My breath caught. That's new. I swallowed. What happens now? I typed. This time, the response took longer. When it arrived, it felt quieter. Now the future recalculates. A strange calm settled over me. What about you? I asked. The version that's ahead. There was a long pause. Then, I stopped being necessary. The words felt heavier than I expected. Does that mean you disappear? Another pause. No, the reply said. It means I finally become you. My phone vibrated once more. A system notification appeared. Scheduled message, canceled. Below it, smaller text faded in. No further messages detected. The screen went dark. I sat there, breathing slowly, waiting for the fear to come back. It didn't. The next morning, nothing dramatic happened. No glitches, no messages from the future, no signs that I'd changed the timeline. Life continued, but I noticed something. When I reached for my phone, I didn't hesitate as much. When I had something to say, I said it before my thoughts buried it under alternatives. Not perfectly, but honestly. Sometimes, late at night, I still wonder what would have happened if I'd waited those 7 seconds, if I'd chosen silence, if I'd let the message send itself. But I don't regret answering, because now I understand something I didn't before. The future doesn't warn you to save you. It warns you to see who you are when the moment arrives, and whether you speak or let tomorrow answer for you.